everybody? Okay, so here's our basic plan. We're going to select a pair of the equations and eliminate one variable. Okay, that's what created our equation 4. And then we're going to do a different pair of equations and eliminate the same variable. That's what gave me equation 5. Then do equation 4 and 5 to eliminate just using your regular systems. All right? So
That's the basic plan?
that's the steps of what you want to do every time.
Does it get more basic?
That's more basic.
Okay.
That is the basic. Okay?
Most basic you can?
All right, so let's do number 1. And so we have negative x minus 5y minus 5z is equal to 2. And I have 4x minus 5y plus 4z equals 19. And I have x plus 5y minus z equals negative 20.
Can we label these?
Huh?
Can we label these equations?
So yeah, I say that's label, that's equation 1, equation 2, and equation 3. Absolutely, that's the only way I can keep everything straight. Label it, because there are so many basic steps. We'll just say it's simple steps, basic, simple, all good. Okay, so first step, I'm going to select a pair of equations and eliminate one variable. It doesn't matter which ones you want to select.
2 and 3.
So you want to select 2 and 3? Why do you want to select 2 and 3? I like that, but why do I want to do that?
You can cancel the lines out.
It'll cancel the y. So we're going to use 2 and 3. And so 4x minus 5y plus 4z equals 19. And x plus 5y minus z equals negative 20. And when I put them together, those cancel. And I get 5x plus 3z equals negative 1. Is that better? A little bigger? Hi.
So is that
Okay,
equation
thank you.
4?
Huh?
So that's equation 4.
That's going to be my equation number 4. Exactly. Okay. Now, the second one is I'm going to use a different pair of equations to eliminate the same variable. Which two do I want to use this time? I used 2 and 3 last time, so I can either use 1 and 3 or I can use 1 and 2.
1 and 3.
And I need to get rid of my y's. So 1 and 3 is great. And x plus 5y minus z equals negative 20. All right, when I add them together, oh look, this is beautiful. My x's and my y's cancel. So that means I have 6z is equal to negative 18.
Or would it be negative 60?
Didn't I do negative 6z?
How does it work if it's 2 numbers? You're just adding them
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, I was like,
Oh,
You wrote
negative 6, but you said 6. So that's why I was like, and I wasn't looking.
gotcha. Sorry. Okay, so what is beautiful about this one is not only that it cancels out my y, it canceled out my x, and so I get to skip that second or that next step because now I can divide by negative 6 and z is going to be equal to 3.
So does that technically not create a fifth equation?
Correct. I didn't create a fifth equation on this particular one.
So now you can skip.
But now I can skip down to the very last one and substitute into to find my other variables.
How did you get 3 for Z?
Because negative 18 divided by 6 is 3.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
I told me wrong.
No, not at all. Okay, but now that I know what Z is, I'm going to throw it into equation 4 because 5x plus 3 times 3 equals negative 1. So 5x plus 9, negative 1. And when I subtract 9, I get 5x is equal to negative 10. And so x is going to be negative 2.
This was on the front of it, wasn't it? I must have 2 pages on the back. Yep. All the ones on the back are always harder.
Yeah.
So did
Never.
we just put that back into equation?
And now we can put the x and z, put it into 1, 2, or 3. Which one you want to do it?
3.
Oh, I would love to put it in 3. That makes it much easier. So negative 2 plus 5y minus 3 equals negative 20. So 5y minus 5 equals negative 20. So 5y equals negative 15. Oops, sorry. And so y is equal to negative 3.
And then you're done.
And now I know my x, I know my y, and I know my z.
So do you always want to start with trying to figure out x?
No, you want to figure out whichever one you can eliminate the fastest and quickest and easiest.
Okay.
Like we eliminated 5's because, or the 5y because we have positive and negatives, and we don't have to multiply and do an extra step. You could have done x's and done 1 and 3, but then when you did 1 and 4 or 2, you would have had to multiply, and that's a pain.
Okay.
It does not matter where you start, and sometimes beautiful things like these happen, and then you can just go straight to substituting in to find them. Okay? Better?
Yeah.
You want to see if that'll happen on another one? Is that what you were saying?
No, just like beautiful.
So you
Like
can-
that only happened within like the first 5, and then never really got lucky again.
Should you want to go to the back and do one on the back together?
So you can use problem 4 though.
That was the problem there, huh?
You can use word 4 on there.
Yes.
Okay.
You can use any of the equations on there. Yes. Okay. So, all right, let's do another one together. Which on the sheets of practice problems, which one would you like to do?
Weird.
14.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I will say, if you, I probably am not. I'm going to do it on a piece of paper because I tried to write bigger so you can see. That's not a whole lot of room. I also am one that I like having lines because I can line stuff up to cancel out. So that helps me because I'm kind of OCD about lining my stuff up. It's a math thing. I can't help it. All right? All right, here we go. Number 14. I have negative 5x plus 3y plus 6z equals 4. Actually, we can just look at the originals here. All right, so which ones do you want to start with? We need to, the first step, select a pair to eliminate a variable. Which ones do you want, what variable do you want to eliminate?
Y.
Okay. So we're shooting, the first time we're shooting for y. All right, so what 2 equations do you want? This is going to be 1, that one's 2, and that one's 3.
How do you use 2 and 2? 2 and 1 and
1 and 3?
Oh, 1. Why? 1 and 3 you
Hard.
real
2 and 3.
You gotta multiply the top by
Pass
2 and the bottom by 3.
If you do 1 and 2,
We
can
should
you
do
small?
2, because then we just have to
It's
multiply
1 and
by
2.
Okay. Whoa, we didn't mean to start a debate. However, at least you're thinking about it from a standpoint of which is the easiest one you're going to do. All right. So let's shoot for 1 and 2 because I already have 1 written down. All right. And then if I say 2, okay, well, it's actually, I would need to multiply it by what?
3.
Let's do a -3. Okay, so that's going to make this 9x. This one's going to be -3y, -15z, and is equal to 15.
So you multiplied the second equation.
Correct.
For -3.
Correct.
Do you just pull that number out of like thin air?
I pulled it out of thin air, but really by looking at, I wanted to eliminate y, so I did it by 3.
Okay.
So it would cancel, and I did it by a negative so that they will cancel
But
out.
like, can you just pick any number? Like, it doesn't have to be one that's in the equation.
Well, you wanted to cancel, so you basically choose the same number in the opposite side.
I just didn't know if it had to be the equation or if you could just be like,
Well, I could say I'm going to multiply it by 6, but then when I add the two
multiply the
together,
top one by 2.
yeah,
Okay.
then you got to multiply the
I
top
was
by
just
2.
wondering if like the number that you picked had to be in the equation.
No, technically no. All right, let's see what we got. So this becomes 4x. That wipes out. I have -9z is equal to 19. So that's my equation 4. Good? All right, let's start the debate again. What 2 equations? Because now I need a different pair of equations. So last time I used 1 and 2. So what do you want to do this time?
2 and 3.
Why do we want to do 2 and 3? Because I only have to multiply right once. So number 2, I'm going to multiply by what?
2.
How about a -2 to change the sign? But that would be wonderful. And that gives me 6x minus 2y.
Wait, what are we multiplying? What's your equation?
By negative.
Number 2 by -2.
Wait, are we?
Because I'm using 2 and 3. Minus 10z equals 10.
Oh, never mind. Oh.
Okay? So that this is number 2, and then I'm using 3 of -4x plus 2y plus z equals 13. Good? Are you with me, Mallory?
We're not
Can you slow
trying
down
to,
really quick?
we're not trying to find like the variables right now, right?
No, I'm eliminating the variables right now
Okay, because I was like, why are we multiplying those two together?
because I'm doing step 2.
Oh. We're trying to find the y in all of them. Okay, I was like,
I'm getting rid of the y in all of them.
Okay, right. Okay.
Okay, good? All right, so throw that one away. That cancels. And I get 2x minus 9z.
So we multiplied the second equation by -2.
Correct. And that'll become equation 5. Okay, now the next step, I'm going to use equations 4 and 5 to do my system of 2 variables. Okay, so I have equation 4 is 4x minus 9z equals 19. And I have equation 5 of 2x minus 9z equals 23. What variable do I want to get rid of? The z's, because it's already 9. The only thing I'm going to have to do is flip one of the signs. So when I write number 4, I'm going to flip all of the signs. And now x is negative 2x. My z's cancel. And I'm at 23 minus 19 is 4. So x is going to be negative 2.
Oh.
Wait, I have a question.
Okay.
What did you multiply? Okay, so she took. How do you just flip signs?
Okay, I multiplied by negative 1 to flip the signs.
Okay.
So
But we took
4x becomes negative 4x.
We took the fourth equation and the fifth equation, right?
4 and 5. Yep. Multiplying by a negative 1 is the same as just flipping the signs of everything, as long as you do it to all the terms in the equation.
And you're just doing it to the top.
I did it just to the top one because then my 9s were opposite and canceled each other out. Good. All right, z equals 2, negative 2. What do I want to do now?
Do you plug it back into 1, 2, 3, or 4 and 5?
4 and 5, because then I can solve, because there's only 2 variables, and I can solve. Mallory, you want to pick 4 or 5?
What's the difference?
Neither, nothing.
4.
Okay.
Hey, Mary.
So 4 times negative 2 minus 9z is equal to 19. So negative 8 minus 9z is equal to 19. And when I add both sides to each other, I'm going to get negative 9z equals 27. So z is negative 3. Okay. Now I have 2 of the variables. Okay. Which one do I want to plug? Which equation do I want to plug into to find y? As long as it's 1, 2, or 3, it doesn't matter.
We should do 3.
2 because
We want 2.
It truly doesn't matter. Okay? As long as you're using 1, 2, or 3, it doesn't matter. So let's go ahead and do 2 so you don't have to divide. So I'm going to have negative 3 times negative 2 plus y plus 5 times negative 3 is equal to negative 5. Oops, sorry. So 6 plus y minus 15 equals negative 5. And so when I add 9 to both sides, I get y is 4. And so the ordered pair is negative 2, 4, negative 3.
I have a question.
I have an answer,
So,
maybe.
do you do 6 minus 15 or negative? Maybe it's something.
Yeah, negative 15 plus 6 is negative 9. Yeah, I just combined my like terms into. Good? Do we feel better about these now?
Yes.
Yes.